The more clear the outcomes are, then the less we have to be involved in controlling the path. In fact, we found the more clear the targets and the outcomes are set, the more productive our schedulers can be in supporting our client, because we just get out of the way and let them find their best path in getting there.
So, Mitch, I've never been very good at dieting. Don't ask me my favorite diet. Weight management is not my skill, but I have learned one thing about that issue, and that is if I get on the scale in the morning, that's the right start to the day.
Sure.
If I reject the scale, everything else is subjective. Everything else is just a feeling about whether I'm eating well or not. I am accountable to the scale and doing well. I'm not accountable, I'm in trouble. How's accountability work in the business world?
Well, first of all, you're not the only one, I think, who acknowledges that challenge with the scale that we all face. But I think what we understand about the scale is it's the mechanism of accountability in the sense of our weight loss journey or our health and fitness journey. It's the thing that is objective. It doesn't lie. It gives us the data. If we dare or have the courage to step on it on a daily basis, it's going to give you the results and tell you what we already probably know. If we've been faithful and committed, then the scale is going to report out results that we like. If we've been splurging or slipping in any way, then we're probably not going to like the results that scale is giving. But at the end of the day, the scale is objective. It's an objective mechanism for accountability. I've heard it said that law without consequence is merely advice. And I think we could also look at goals without accountability are merely a wish. So accountability has to be connected to a goal if we really want to turn it into reality. If not, we just might have a blue sky dream, might be a little bit of wishful thinking. And, we've all been in that space where we have an idea and it's a wish that we have. But until we add some mechanism, some scale of accountability into that dream or that goal, then chances are we're never going to achieve it.
So let's dig a little deeper. You serve people who help secure the financial futures of families. What does accountability look like between your staff and those you serve?
Sure. That's a great question. Here at Executive Scheduling Associates, we do support the financial wholesaler, the advisor, and other professionals who are in the financial industry who need to set appointments. And so we understand that our client has some really big goals. And without accountability attached to that, chances are we're going to be no help to them in achieving their success. So we've defined a culture here within our company that is stated that we have low control and high accountability. And so we realize that there are companies out there who might adopt a philosophy where it's high control and low accountability for different reasons. Whatever it might be, that's a way of doing business and it works. But the more control you have, the less accountability you're going to establish in that environment. What we found here at Executive Scheduling Associates, because our employees live in different states and different geographical regions to support the hundreds of clients that we serve in the U.S. and Canada, that we need to be less controlling and set up an environment where we have more accountability. And so what we've done with our clients is we work with them to really help paint a picture which starts with them in defining what success looks like and painting the picture of success regarding outcomes. Because the more clear the outcomes are, then the less we have to be involved in controlling the path. In fact, we found the more clear the targets and the outcomes are set, the more productive our schedulers can be in supporting our client, because we just get out of the way and let them find their best path in getting there. And as long as they're not breaking the law or doing something illegally, we typically don't want to get in the way and try to control how they do that work, because they may have a better way of achieving success for the client than we could ever insert in their process.
So when you picture this issue, accountability, are there steps that come to mind? Can you break it down into a couple of steps we take to set up accountability?
Yeah. Well, I think if we were going to break it down into steps, the first step would go back to the point we just made, and that is we have to define success. Yeah. And success has to be defined by the person who's leading the project. I think sometimes we're lost a little bit, or maybe we're too busy, and so we want others to define success for us. But we really can't outsource that to anyone else. We have to do the work to understand what it is that's being put on me by my company. If I'm a financial wholesaler, an advisor, I may have clear targets that I have to hit that my company has set on a monthly or a quarterly or an annual basis. But then what are the wider goals that I've set for myself within my work that I want to measure? Once I've defined success, then I can move on, and I have to ask the next question, which might be, who are my success partners? So back to scheduling and financial wholesaling, most of those wholesalers can't do their job alone. They recognize that they need people assisting them as a team. So who are those strategic people that are essential in my path to success? I have to list them, I have to name them, and then I have to communicate clearly to them what my success plan looks like. What is my definition of success? And then have the conversation out here of accountability to go, who is carrying what? What are the expectations here? Because no one person is going to carry 100% of that responsibility, but who carries what and what percentage of that? So then when things aren't being met or things are falling below target, we can come back to the table and it becomes really clear. It's an accountability talk. It's not personal, but it's accountable. Who's not carrying their load, and how do we realign and readjust to get back on the path to success?